and welcome to this Citizen Journalist Show special. And I'm Kalki Kekla talking to you today about breaking the silence and myths that surround something that all women go through, that we don't like to talk about, that we're a bit shy and hesitant to talk about, and that's menstruation. Yes, we are talking about periods, that time of the month, PMSing, and all the taboos that surround chumming, the important issues as well that surround it. We're going to break those taboos and talk about some of these stories.
हमारा भी ऐसे हमें शर्म लगता है हमारा जान में ऐसे नहीं है मतलब इसको छुपा के रखना वो ही धर्म हमारा
It is a taboo, a streak of shame that crawls upon her each month. She will hide it, suffer the embarrassment, the discomfort and the pain that comes with periods.
कपड़ा यूज़ करती थी फिर वो धो के फिर सुखा के फिर दोबारा
I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we do not really know when should we get out of here and apply for some other colleges.
UGC is well within its right to give the direction to the university to scrap FIUP.
I request the government to provide us with a solution that is prompt and accurate.
First on the show, the shame, embarrassment, hesitation associated with menstruation. Now these are women too, Rohingya refugees. They go through what many women across the country go through, but for years they've used cloth instead of using tampons and sanitary napkins. And in those days that they have their period, they often, because of the shame, don't wash their cloth outside and dry them out in the open. This has led to a lack of hygiene and is one of the major issues that they have to confront.
हमारा भी ऐसे हमें शर्म लगता है हमारा जान में ऐसे नहीं है मतलब इसको छुपा के रखना वो ही धर्म हमारा
It is a taboo, a streak of shame that crawls upon her each month. She will hide it, suffer the embarrassment, the discomfort and the pain that comes with periods.
कपड़ा यूज़ करती थी फिर वो धो के फिर सुखा के फिर दोबारा
The women of the Rohingya settlement here in the heart of the national capital need a lot of persuasion to talk about this taboo subject. Amidst embarrassed smiles, they tell us that a sanitary napkin is perhaps the last thing they would think of spending their money on.
अगर आप सैनिटरी नैपकिन खरीदोगे तो आप घर के खाने पीने के खर्चा से पैसा निकालना होगा आपको
हाँ देखो सब्जी से कुछ निकालेंगे चावल से कुछ निकालेंगे दूध से कुछ निकालेंगे ऐसे ऐसे हो जाएगा उसी का पैसा ही है सोचना
An old dupatta or a kurta is often sacrificed, ripped into thin strips to become a sanitary cloth. Saved and used judiciously, one for an entire day, to be washed for reuse.
रात को धोते हैं
क्यों शाम को धोते हैं
मतलब लेडीज लोग मर्द लोग रहते हैं अच्छा नहीं लगता देखने में दिखाने में हमें शर्म आता हमारे धर्म में नहीं है लेडीज का चीज़ मर्द को देखनी चाहिए अच्छा नहीं लगता
This is one of the only 2 water sources available to the women here. They will have to wait for their turn every day after making sure that the men of the community will not see them washing the stains of humiliation.
Many women here tell me that they wash the clothes of their husbands with soap and clean water. But when it comes to their own sanitary cloth, they decide to wash it here, as they believe that anything to do with their periods is inherently filthy and polluting.
It is in this dirty drain that they will wash their sanitary cloth, and in this dingy shed where they are left to dry out. One can only imagine the high risk of infection these women are running.
उस साइड पे धोता हम इधर नहीं धोते कि इधर बर्तन में मांजता है नहाता है बच्चा लोग बैठते हैं हम इधर नहीं धोते साइड पर के धोते
In these narrow lanes, behind every curtain, the shame is kept under wraps. The men refuse to speak to us on the dirty issue. The women, however, have learned to live with the shame.
The rights of these refugees perhaps remain a topic of discussion in another forum, but the concerns of women seeking a dignified period remain universal. In our own country, about 88% of 355 million menstruating women have no access to something as basic as sanitary napkins. With video journalists Sumit Jagori and Surat Chaudhary in New Delhi, Kamala Shripada.
There are more such testimonies. Our partnership with video volunteers Two grim reports from Maharashtra and Rajasthan exposing the menstrual taboos that women still live with.
हमारे भारत देश में प्राचीन काल से ही औरतों को जो मासिक पाली होती है समाज में उसे कम बहुत ही काफ़ी हिंसा से देखा जाता है और इस 4 दिन में औरतें घर का खाना पकाना पूजा करना कोई भी काम नहीं कर सकती। हमारे यहाँ श्रावण भाद्रपद में ऋषि पंचमी मनाई जाती है। इस दिन सब औरतें उपवास रख के पूजा करती है और इस उपवास से जो साल भर में जो नियम नहीं पाले जाते वो सब पाप नष्ट हो जाते हैं।
जे आपल्याला मासिक धर्म येतो असतो 4 दिवस तर त्यात आपल्याकडून जर समजा काय होतच ना आता काय
We menstruate for 4 days in a month. We do not practice certain customs that were traditionally observed by women. Earlier, the women could not touch anybody or cook food. Nowadays, not all women follow these traditional practices. This is why we feel we have sinned and some omen would befall us. We pray to this saint to ward off all evil and cleanse us of our sins.
प्रत्येकाची मग भावना असते उजवण्याची.
तुम्हाला काय वाटतं की हे असा उपवास केल्याने जो दोष असतो तो नष्ट होत असेल का?
Just as how we haven't seen God, yet we believe in Him. This festival of 5 days makes women feel relieved. We cannot follow all traditions as we are busy with the household work and other chores.
मैं रोहिणी पवार महाराष्ट्र राज्य के वल्लेगांव से इंडिया अनहड़ के लिए।
हमारे भारत में सदियों से चली आ रही स्थिति में काफ़ी बदलाव आया है, लेकिन जहाँ पीरियड की बात आती है वहाँ महिलाओं की स्थिति में सदियों से कोई बदलाव नहीं आया है, खासकर हिंदू समाज में, जिसमें पीरियड को लेकर हमारे भारत में महिलाओं को अछूत माना गया है। आइए बात करते हैं करौली की कुछ महिलाओं से।
जो हम लोगों को 4 दिन जब महीने के पीरियड के होते थे हम लोग कोई भी काम नहीं करते थे, सिर्फ बर्तन मारने तो वो भी सूखी मिट्टी से सूखे बर्तन करते थे हम लोग, धो के वो भी हम लोग नहीं रखते थे और 4 दिन कमरे में ही रहते थे, किसी को चेहरा नहीं दिखाना होता था और अपने से जो बड़े हैं वो भाई वगैरह हैं वो चेहरा नहीं देखते थे और किसी भी बर्तन को छूते नहीं थे, जैसे पीने के पानी है वो भी मांग कर पीना पड़ता था, तो कई बार ऐसे प्यासे भी मरने पड़ता था। जब 4 दिन हो जाते थे तो उन बिस्तरों को भी धो के वापस रखते थे और फिर वापस हम लोग बर्तन के और भगवान के मंदिर में आते थे। 4 दिन वो होते थे तो बड़े सजा जैसे हम लोगों को लगती थी कि भगवान ने ये हमें ही क्यों दिया महिलाओं को, जो 4 दिन हमको इस तरीके से पुरुषों के साथ तो कभी ऐसा नहीं होता है।
आपके खाना कौन बनाता है जब आप हो जाती हो टाइम से?
किसी दूसरे को ही बुलाते हैं खाना बनाने के लिए।
फिर बर्तन वगैरह कौन साफ करते हैं?
दूसरों को ही पे करवाते हैं बर्तनों को।
मेरी बेटी जब हुई पहली बार तो उसको भी इस तरीके से सिचुएशन फेस करना पड़ा एक दफ़े, तो क्योंकि हम भी संयुक्त परिवार में रहते थे, मेरी सास वगैरह है, हम 7 देवर जेठ थे, लेकिन मैंने अपने घर में शुरुआत की। मैंने मेरी बेटी को बोला कि तुम सब जगह छो हाथ, कुछ ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको हाथ नहीं लगाना, अलग से बिस्तर दिए जाएंगे अलग से। तो थोड़ा घर में हंगामा हुआ, घर वाले सब नाराज़ हुए कि ये सारी गंदगी फैला दी, तो मैंने उनको समझाने का प्रयास किया था कि ये ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि ये गंदगी है। और आज घर में यही है कि जो भी हमारी बेटियाँ हैं या जो परिवार की लड़कियाँ हैं वो आराम से इस घर में सब कुछ काम करती है, 4 दिन सब कुछ सीखती है, उनको पानी मांग के नहीं पीना पड़ता, खाना मांग के खाना नहीं पड़ता है, तो उनका एक परिवर्तन आया क्योंकि उनके एक मन में कुंठा नहीं होती है ऐसे में, और लड़कियाँ अच्छे से ग्रोथ करती है, अपने आप को हीन भावना से ग्रस्त नहीं होती है।
मैं इस दौर से गुजरती हूँ जहाँ तक है कि मैं दीपक भी नहीं जलाती हूँ, घर की किसी चीज़ को नहीं छूती हूँ। मैं चाहती हूँ कि ये कुछ अलग नहीं है, जो रोज़ करते हैं वही 4 दिनों में करना चाहिए। अशुद्ध नहीं होनी चाहिए कि भावना को मन से हटा देना चाहिए। जब तक महिलाएं अपनी मानसिकता को नहीं बदलेंगी, जब तक इस स्थिति में सुधार नहीं आ सकता है। सुनीता कसेरा, इंडिया नर्ड के लिए।
We are here on the Citizen Journalist Show and taking this conversation forward, challenging the myths around it. Next, Dr. Sunila Garg is addressing some questions that came to us on ibncj.com, separating the myths from the facts.
My question to you is why during periods girls are not allowed to touch pickles? They say they'll go bad. They're not even allowed to take a bath. Do you think it makes sense?
I think this important myth needs to be busted. The girl needs to be as much free as possible. The second part which you asked was about taking bath. I think on the contrary, bath is very important and she must take bath very regularly otherwise, and especially during menstruation.
I am Sumesh and I want to know, why are women kept away from kitchen premises? And why are they told not to mingle with people? Why are they isolated when they are on their periods? Is that logical?
It's completely illogical, I'll say, that not to enter kitchen. But you see, this is an important perception in the minds of the people which has to be removed. It is a very simple physiological phenomena and the myth has got to be removed. She can do her kitchen work, she can do all the household work, and at the same time she can mingle around with people.
My name is Madhvi and I want to know that are women more likely to get anemic when they are chumming? Because you know they lose out on lot of blood.
This is not true at all, because girls are losing at the most 30 to 50 ml or maximum 80 ml, and this blood replacement is very soon. So there is no reason that they should not be playing, they should not be doing strenuous activity, or they should not be going out to work. On the contrary, they should be doing all the activities which they have been otherwise doing. If you have any query, write to us at ibncj.com. This is Dr. Sunila Garg, busting the myths about menstruation.
Before we slip into a break, the videos and pictures that came from different parts of the country on the issues you felt were of prominence.
CJ Omar Shadab sent this report on NH40, the vital corridor and the only surface link to remote lower northeast India. The condition of this highway, particularly in East Jaintia Hills, Meghalaya, is extremely deplorable. Years of neglect with shoddy repairs and poor construction have made commuters' life a nightmare. Omar says that this road is a potential death trap. CJ Gyan from Darjeeling sent us this picture report of citizens protesting the government's proposed plan of converting the famous promenade Chaurasta into a hawker's market. Men, women and even children were out in the streets holding placards and shouting slogans. Following our focus on road safety, many of you sent us your pictures. CJ Rajtilak saw these cars parked on footpaths in Delhi, leaving no space for pedestrians to walk. Raj asks, at a time when the government is talking about road safety, why can't strict action be taken on those who violate these spaces as well as laws? CJ Cabin Printer on Twitter sent us this image of road safety norms being flouted in Delhi. One can spot people travelling dangerously in the car ahead. Dr. Anuva Bansal from Delhi sent these pictures of medical waste being thrown in front of a clinic. She says that the used syringes and needles that can be seen on the pictures could be used or could even infect someone. CJ Arpit sent this picture of an open manhole in the Shahadra area of Delhi with a garbage dump close to it. This, he says, could be a risk to children and senior citizens of the area. Arpit also clicked this picture of child labour on the streets of the national capital. Citizen journalist Seema Gupta made this video when she saw an 8-year-old selling vegetables in her neighborhood.
Hello, my name is Aditi Gupta and I spread awareness about menstruation through my initiative Menstrupedia. We decided to create a comic book for young girls to talk about menstruation and various aspects of menstrual hygiene management. This comic book is inspired by real life stories collected from many girls. So far, more than 500 girls have used this comic to know about their bodies.
Welcome back to the Citizen Journalist Show. Now to an issue that has left many youngsters hoping to start their college life, and some already in college, confused and anxious. As the fate of the 4-year undergrad program of the Delhi University hangs in balance, this ambiguity is irritating students. Shreyoshi Mukherjee is now turning a CJ and appealing for quick solutions to the problem. Akanksha Pradeep helping Shreyoshi file the CJ report.
Hi, I'm Shreyoshi Mukherjee and I'm a student who is aspiring to be a part of Delhi University. Today I've become a citizen journalist so that I can appeal to the government to resolve this confusion on the Delhi 4-year undergraduate program as soon as possible, as it is hampering our careers. After obtaining a good percentage in my board examinations, I chose to do English Honours at DU. But the recent confusion over the 4-year undergraduate program at such a crucial time is proving to be a setback. With new developments every day and the admission procedures coming to a standstill at such a crucial time, it is our students who suffer the most without any fault of ours.
I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we do not really know when should we get out of here and apply for some other colleges or other universities. Like, I had to fill my Punjab University form, but since the cutoffs are not out, now I am in this position that I cannot even leave.
They are to just find out the first cutoff on 24th of this month, but it is 26th now. 3 days passed so far. Nothing has been resolved.
At least कुछ information मिल जाए तो भी हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा चीज़ होता है. At least we can plan our return journey also.
और यहाँ कुछ पता नहीं कट कब आएगा, एडमिशन कब होगा. हम यहाँ इतनी मुश्किल से रह रहे हैं.
3 दिन से बहुत परेशान हूँ और इधर से भी हमारा भतीजा कहीं अगर कट ऑफ में नाम नहीं आया, उधर काउंसलिंग में नहीं बैठ पाया तो मेरे भतीजे का पूरा साल खराब हो जाएगा.
While we look for clarity in the DU admission procedure, the students and the faculty have contrasting views on the FYUP here.
मैं चाहता हूँ कि 4-year प्रोग्राम है क्योंकि ये हमारी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल बढ़ाता है, कंटेंट बढ़ाता है, जो आगे हमारी सिविल्स की तैयारी में बहुत मदद करता है.
The university authorities are imposing the whole idea of FYUP on us. The university authorities are, not realizing that the call for a 3-year undergraduate program is coming from within the university.
BTech is a 4-year thing, and if you have enrolled us into BTech, you cannot just roll it back. What our futures would be gone.
UGC is well within its right to give the direction to the university to scrap FIUP and go back to the 212 ordinance and implement 3-year program.
चूँकि अब हमें फॉर्म FIUP का भराया गया था, हम 1 साल पढ़ चुके हैं, हम उसमें 4 DC पढ़ चुके हैं. अब हमारे दिक्कत ये आ रही है कि अब हमारे 3 का होगा या 4 का होगा. अगर 3 का होगा तो हमारे लिए भी 3 का होगा. तो जो चौथे साल के जो DC हैं, जो चौथे साल के DCओं में इन 2 ईयर में एडजस्ट करनी पड़ेगी उनको, जिससे हमारे ऊपर बर्डन आएगा.
The 4-year program of University of Delhi was approved by the Academic Council and Executive Council within the autonomy of DU. So we stand for it. We stand for the autonomy of the DU.
Although there are assurances that the issue is going to be resolved soon, but as of now, it is our future that is at stake. Through this show, on behalf of thousands of students, I request the government to provide us with a solution that is prompt and accurate to avoid this confusion. This is Shreyoshi Mukherjee for Citizen Journalist, CNN IPN.
2 weeks ago, we brought to you a story of 4 minor girls in a village in Haryana who were abducted and raped. Fearing for their lives, they fled from their village and are now living in the streets of the capital, waiting for their justice. We are keeping a close eye on this story. Runjun Sharma is here with the follow-up report.
Citizen Journalist team aired the story of 4 teenage girls from Bagana who were abducted, drugged and raped by a group of 5 upper caste men in their village.
हम चारों लड़के लैट्रिन बाथरूम के लिए गए थे. वहाँ पे अचानक से एक गाड़ी आई, उसमें 5 लड़के बैठे थे. रास्ते में हम चारों के साथ बलात्कार किया.
Threatened and fearing their lives, the girls and their families fled the village and have been living on the streets of the national capital.
हमारी लड़की भी ऐसे बोल रही है, हमें हनी यहाँ ही मर जाएंगे जंतर मंतर पर, फिर गाँव में नहीं जाएंगे.
केजरीवाल जी आपके बीच में पहुंच गए हैं.
Almost a week after their story aired on CNN IBN, it finally got some political attention. Aam Aadmi Party's chief Arvind Kejriwal along with Yogendra Yadav met the victims and demanded that justice be done to the families.
आप सब लोगों को मेरा नमस्कार प्रणाम.
यहाँ जी कोई नहीं, 3 महीने से हो गए हमने घर से निकले नहीं, कोई समाधान नहीं मिल रहा है. आज थोड़ी उम्मीद हुई है जी आज भी कोई समाधान हो जाएगा तो बोले करेंगे. बोले
हम मांग करते हैं कि तुरंत जो इस पूरे गैंगरेप में शामिल हैं लोग, उनको तुरंत बिना किसी देर के गिरफ्तार किया जाए. इसमें एक सरपंच का नाम आ रहा है जो कि ज़्यादा प्रभावशाली है और जो सीधे सीधे कहा गया है कि उनको गिरफ्तार नहीं करेंगे, उनको तुरंत गिरफ्तार किया जाए. और दूसरा, इस मामले को CBI को सौंपा जाए.
CJ team also wrote letters to the Ministry of Women and Child Development and they directed NCW's member secretary to look into the matter.
We also went to National Commission for Women and Delhi Commission for Women to follow up on the story.
पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन मिलना इनको बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है और जहाँ तक रिहैबिलिटेट करने का सवाल है तो जो डीएम है उसको हम लिखेंगे कि इन लड़कियों को रिहैबिलिटेट भी किया जाए और पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन भी दिया जाए.
The CJ team will continue to track the story till the time the victims get justice.
You too can log on to ibncj.com and send your contribution for the show. Remember, we'll keep this conversation going on Twitter and Facebook too. So join in with the hashtag Let's Talk Periods. Until next time, goodbye.